What was the biggest challenge that the group in Sarnia had in getting started, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Well, as far as I can remember, everyone that got involved was really committed to doing that right from the beginning. And we had a lot of willing volunteers to help out with this project. And that really helped a lot to know that we had this base to draw on. And for me, it was a no-brainer. I signed up right away to help with the housing committee and to be able to provide a house for the first family that was coming to Sarnia. And that's kind of my cup of tea, the hands-on physical stuff, and trying to find furniture and then moving it in and setting it all up. And that's kind of was what my involvement was. And I don't think there was much of a challenge to overcome. It all just happened.
And what is your group? Your group is Lark. Can you tell us what that is?
Well, Lark stands for the Lambton Anglican Refugee Committee. Now, it has been changed to Lambton Kent Anglican Refugee Committee now because the deaneries have merged. So we're basically a committee formed of representatives from different churches around the deanery, and basically to get together and try to sponsor refugee families.
Right. And at the present time, we're doing the paperwork for 12 people coming in, and it's a large family, 3 generations. And
Yeah.
what are you most excited about as you wait for these newcomers to arrive?
Well, when the first family arrived, there was a lot of excitement when it was announced that the family was going to come in, that they were going to arrive, and it was a very emotional time for everyone that was involved, that was on the committee. And personally, I was kind of disappointed because we were kind of asked not to all show up at the airport because we didn't want to overwhelm the family. And I thought, oh, I wanted to be there, and but I decided that I wouldn't go. And there was a small party of that we had suggested that would be there, and but I fully intend to be there the next time when the family comes because I've already had contact with them. I've talked to them on Zoom and other media, and the children are so sweet, and I can't wait to go and meet them and be able to hug the kids and get to know them personally because of course through Zoom it's not the same. And then after that, to watch them blossom here when they settle in this country.
Thank you. That's great. What is during COVID? What has kept your group motivated to continue supporting newcomers to Canada?
Well, that's been kind of a challenge, especially last year. When all the churches shut down, we send out the communication from the committee to all the churches, but it never got passed on. And it took us months to realize that nothing was happening. And so when we realized that, we said, "Well, wow, we better get on this, and we better make sure that." So we did a renewed effort in getting the communication out to all the churches, but then still, for a lot of churches, it was hard to get started up and do some fundraising, and so it wasn't until the fall that we did a fundraising dinner and got some community exposure through the media that we had to arrange for. That we actually got the ball rolling on the fundraising, and now we did have some money already, but we still needed about by the fall we still needed $25,000. And but then once we got the fundraising dinner going and we got the publicity out to the community, the money just came in, and before you knew it, by the beginning of December, middle of December, we had all the money in hand.
Sarnia and Lambton Kent has been very busy. What message would you like to send to other groups or individuals who are thinking about getting involved in a sponsorship?
I would say just do it. It's such a rewarding experience. You'll be making lifelong friends. That's what I envision anyway. The people that we sponsored before, that we already consider them friends. They consider us to be their friends. And refugees are just so grateful to be given an opportunity to a new life. And, if you look at our first family, they settled in so well, and they're really making an impact already in their community with their generosity. I know when around Christmas time, they provided a meal to the end of the Good Shepherd that they just on their own. They bought all the food, they prepared it all, and they provided meals for over 100 people for the end of the Good Shepherd and that kind of thing. So, and they've done it too with just be inviting people that have helped them out before and had get-togethers, and they really want to be grateful and thankful and show their appreciation for what everybody has done for them.
I know a lot of different families that come in really want to give back in some way and to show their gratitude. So that's wonderful. Is there anything else you want the people of Huron to know or just to add?
Well, it's a beautiful thing to do. The people coming in, they, if you look at what's happened to them, the plight of them, it's been so heart-wrenching, the situations that they find themselves in. And if you think that you have to leave everything behind, and like the family that we're sponsoring right now, basically they left with their clothes on their backs, and that's all they had. They had left their house behind. The house got burned down after, so there's nothing for them to go back to. The ISIS came and they took all their sheep away that they had. They had a sheep farm, and they were all taken away from them. Well, their uncle was still looking after it, but it's all gone now. That they took everything, and so I can't even imagine, to have to leave in such a situation and not have anything. And they don't have anything now. They're totally relying on other people to support them right now. And then to be given a chance to have a new life in a new country, that's that's really rewarding and really good to see. And these people need that because they're just wallowing where they are.
And that's our ministry, isn't it? To be able to do that. And John and I have had the privilege of speaking to the family that John was just talking about over Zoom when they're in Jordan. And it is quite a plight. And when you're actually talking and they're relaying what has happened to them, it's a very emotional journey that Sarnia is on right now. And we really do appreciate the ministry that Sarnia Lambton Kent is doing for the ministry. Thank you very much, John.
Well, it's our pleasure, and we do it for the grace of God.